こんにちは皆さん、アントンです。アントンチャンネルへようこそ。今日はですね、友達の素敵な古民家に大工として手伝いに来ています。
Guess what we're doing in this old, beautiful Japanese house today? Today we're adding braces for earthquake proofing on a budget. So my friends, they bought this old, beautiful house in Chiba last year, and they started renovating it on their own. Look at this. This used to be 5 tiny small rooms. And they removed all the walls, added the window here to the right, and now we need to earthquake-proof it. Look at these beautiful beams in the ceiling. Before removing all the walls, we, of course, consulted with pros. We didn't remove any of the pillars or beams, just the empty walls, to create this open, beautiful space to play around it. Similar to my Sangenjaya house, right? My friend also saved some beautiful old traditional details. The carpenter living in this area taught us how to do it. He also said you don't really have to add braces, cause the house is probably sturdy as is. But if you want to, go ahead. And in today's video, we're gonna add wooden braces and also metal braces in some parts of the house. Remember, we're not pros, we're beginners, but we're adding this as an extra safety mechanism, since Japan has a lot of natural disasters, such as earthquakes and typhoons. And we're right now located in Chiba, right next to the water.
よし、一回に早速やっていきましょうか。
In today's video, we're gonna add braces in between these 2 wooden pillars. It used to be a traditional Japanese tsuchikabe, a wattle and daub wall here, made out of dirt and bamboo. The hardest part with this project is to cut the corners. So me and my friend, we did a lot of research, studying, bought the right length and right sort of wood. We're going with some Japanese sugi, cedar, and the piece of wood has to look something like this. The height of the pillar is about 2.8 meters, and then the width is 79 centimeters. First, we mark a line on the middle of the piece of sugi that we bought, the cedar. We use this sumi, the Japanese charcoal, to create a line like this. Sumi o tsukeru in Japanese. This is a drawing I made for you to understand. You mark the wood in the middle, like this. These cuts are incredibly difficult to make, but by doing this, it gets easier. Each millimeter counts, and you have to go from corner to corner. Don't mess this up. This might be the first time since high school I'm using maths again, but we're using Pythagoras sats. I used omnicalculator.com here. A2 plus B2 equals C2. Be very precise with this. The height of the pillar 280.5 and the width is 79. It means that we have to cut the cedar pillar we bought at 291.4 centimeters. It's a 3-meter long piece of wood, and this cut will be relatively easy compared to what's coming. You'll see in the sketch. The next cut will be something like this. I don't really know the terminology for all these things in Japanese yet, but I do know how to use these tools, and I think you do too. You put this one, the vinkelhake in Swedish, in the right position, then you put a mark on the pillar to be 28.01. Each millimeter counts. When you measured it correctly, we marked the pillar with a more red permanent pen as well. And since we have 2 corners, this is really crucial. Don't mess this up. We only had 1 pillar as well, and please be cautious in this moment. We didn't have an angle ruler this time, and we needed to do it all by freehand. Let's make these cuts and then actually see if it will fit.
いきましょうか。ただん、ぴったりに合いますね。
It did fit perfectly, which means we did the calculation right. The upper part is perfect as well, but since it is perfect,
カードを殺します。
we treat the corner like this to let it slide into the DMs, the corner, more easily. These are the corner braces the local carpenter asked us to buy. They come with the right length of screws as well. We are covering them black for design purposes. Black is gonna look more finished and polished as a final product. So we spray them nicely. Look at this.
かっこ悪いからスプレーで黒くします。
We first drill a hole and then we add the screws. The hardest thing is to get the cut. But once the cut is there, the assembly of the brace isn't that hard. You cut it in the right length and then you just add these kanamono, like this. Easier than an IKEA installation. And as I explained earlier, they provide structural support and reinforcement. The next brace we're gonna install is a metal one. And you buy them in a set, and it's like installing an IKEA furniture. We bought this Sujikai, this brace, on Monotaro, a Japanese site for building construction materials. And it costs about 20,000 yen, about $150. And we're gonna install this one in between these two pillars here. They're easier, and to some people it looks better design-wise. And we're gonna leave these ones open, because we're not gonna put any walls on the first floor. These metal braces are used a lot in shooting studios and shooting locations all over Tokyo. Exposed braces. I was thinking about installing them in my Sangenjaya house. But the wooden ones would look way better with my staircase and the overall Scandinavian look. In my friend's house here in Chiba, we're using both. After we've attached the metal parts in the corner, we install these long ones attached to the metal ones in the corner. They're very easy to work with, and you can adjust them with simple tools.
Ta-da! 最後の結果、金属の筋交いです。どっちの方が好きですか？木材の筋交いか、金属の筋交いか。教えてください。コメントでお願いいたします。
Please let me know in the comment which one you prefer best, the metal ones or the wooden ones. Anton in Japan here. ありがとうございます。さよ